Hi, this is Vanessa Zamora, and joining me now is Frederick Vallaeys of Google, and he is actually a product evangelist, which is a pretty interesting title. Tell me a little bit about that title.
So before I was a product evangelist, I came to Google as a wedding photographer. I'd been an engineer before that, lost my job due to outsourcing, and I thought I need a job that requires my physical presence in the state of California. And wedding photographer seemed like a pretty good option at the time. Problem was I didn't have any customers, so I went on to Google Adwords, which was back in 2002, so it just came out with a CPC advertising system, and figured out this was a pretty good way for me to find some customers. But then the wedding photography thing didn't quite take off the way it should have. So I said, oh, well, this Google company's kind of cool, like, let me see if they have a job for me. Ended up joining them as a customer support person, working with the Dutch language customers. And then eventually, because I was sort of a customer as well as an employee, I had some insights into how the product really worked, how advertisers really used it. And that sort of took me into more of an evangelist role, sort of being the spokesperson, explaining why we make certain of the features that we do, and then taking that feedback back to the product team to make sure that they build what the advertisers really want. Yeah, so we're doing a campaign right now, which is do more with less, because we know that if you're not laying off, you're probably also not hiring new people. So we just want to give you the tools so that the same number of people can be much more effective in AdWords.
I see.
And so some of those tools is a new search-based keyword tool, which essentially looks at organic search data and then tells you which keywords you might not be running on as an advertiser. And so it tells you, here's the keyword, here's the most likely landing page that goes along with it, and you can just put that in your account, and you're not spending hours and hours researching these new keywords.
Interesting.
And another one that we have as far as doing more with less, conversion optimizer. So instead of doing bid management in an Excel spreadsheet, here we have a tool where if you share your conversion tracking data with us, we will actually go in and manage your bids every time a query happens to make sure that you're in the best position to actually convert and meet your CPA goals. Right, so AdWords, you set it up right, and then it can become very hands-off if you have all the correct tools working. And it's a set it and forget it program to a large degree.
I see.
Yeah, so I think one thing with the recession is user behavior is really shifting. So we see a tremendous number of people looking for coupons. We know coupons is typically a seasonal trend, so around the holidays, you see a big lift in that, except this year the lift was 2.5 times what it was in the past. So 2.5 times as many people looking for coupons as before. And this is an interesting data point, but how is it meaningful to people out there advertising, right? And so what we have is we have Insights for Search, which is a free tool where Google tells you these trends.